This is a short lesson on how to use a graphing calculator to find normal probability distribution. So if I have a scenario, I have an average of 100 and I have a standard deviation of 15, I want to find the probability that x is less than 90. So what I'm going to do is on your graphing calculator, and I'm using a TI-84 right now, I'll use a TI-83 in a second. You have the VARS button, right above it is distribution. So you're going to go second, and then the distribution. And in this case, I'm using normal CDF. That's what I'm going into, the normal and the distribution between a few variables. So I'm going to have a lower boundary and an upper boundary. If I'm looking for less than 90, my lower boundary is negative infinity. And on the graphing calculator, that's expressed as negative E99. My upper boundary in this case was 90. And then you have your average and your standard deviation. In this question, I'm going to have my average being 100 and my standard deviation being 15. Now it defaults to where you have an average of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. That is for using the Z table, but if you can enter in other scenarios of any average and standard deviation. And then I'm going to hit paste. It enters it in normal CDF, lower boundary, upper boundary of what you're trying to find, average, standard deviation. And then you hit enter, and it gives you your probability, which in this case would be 25%. If I was to do that on a TI-83, graphing calculator, everything is the exact same steps, it doesn't prompt you as much. So second, distribution, normal CDF, and you're going to have to put in your lower boundary, upper boundary, average, standard deviation. So if I'm looking for less than 90, my lower boundary is, I'm using negative E for negative E99. Negative E99 was what the graphing calculator determines as being negative infinity. So negative, and then my E99 above the comma is double E, and that's what you're going to use. So second, and then above the comma, E exponent 99. There's my negative infinity. I'm going to go comma. So that's my lower boundary. Then my upper boundary in this case was 90. Then I have my average, and then my standard deviation. Close bracket, and hit enter. And it gives you that probability, again, 25%. Okay, so this is a short little lesson on how to use graphing calculators, either the TI-83 or the TI-84, to find normal probability. Thank you very much.